Welcome back to Magoo's Views. This is my review for X-Men 97, episode 7. This is a very good episode. This is a very good episode. It's a lot that happens in it, a whole lot, but at the same time, I'm going to try to stick to everything. Again, this is a spoilers review. You know, my reviews are spoilers. So I'm definitely going to let you guys know ahead of time that, hey, this is a spoilers review, and I'll also put it in the headline of the video that, yeah, this is spoilers. Just starting off, man, you're going back to Genosha. Well, no. My apologies. Again, this is a heavy episode and it's a lot that goes on. You start off with the funeral of Gambit. That was sad. That was sad. It was really sad. You know, Gambit is he's such a great character, but not only that, but he's such an integral part of the team. You know what I mean? And then Nightcrawler was the one who was giving the eulogy. You see Beast and them carrying in, the casket. I mean, Jean is there, Cyclops is there, a lot of the X-Men are there. You know what I mean? Jubilee. So it's very touching. It's very sad. You know what I mean? But I mean, that was rough. But at the same time, Rogue isn't there. Rogue, she's on a mission. So you see Rogue attacking, you know, one of the security fields in the US or whatever. But one of the cool things, I think that was General Thunderbolt Ross who was there, and when she was attacking that plant. And I could say, man, the action, the fluidity in the animation in that episode that's this fight scene when she was fighting, it was beautiful, man. I mean, just the way how she was moving and everything, using her powers, it was very good. She's on the mission. She was looking for Bolivar Trask, Henry Gyrick. So yeah, to get down to the bottom of it. So what happened with the attack in Genosha? So as the episode goes on, man, it's just a lot that happens, man, a whole lot. Man, I'm just trying to cover everything. Oh yeah, so the X-Men they go to Genosha. So as the X-Men return to Genosha, you see the mutants. I mean, just the aftermath of everything that happened. It's very sad and very touching. But again, one thing I love about this season, just the show alone, is that you see a lot of cameos in there. You know, Strong Guy, Strong Man, he's in there, man. I mean, you just see, what happened to Callisto, from the Morlocks and everything. It's very sad. And so as they're going on, they're looking for survivors, people who made it. And as Gina's going on, she senses a telepath. Of course, Cyclops thinking it's Madeline. I already know who it was before it. I was like, oh, it's Emma. I knew it was Emma Frost. So as soon as it sees Emma Frost and Beast says, oh, her diamond, because Emma, she can change into diamond, so that protected her. As like the debris and everything fell on her. So yeah, Emma Frost was one of the survivors that it showed. Man, I mean, it was just very good, man, and just kind of you seeing Rogue still on her mission. Rogue is still grieving with the death of Remy. You know what I mean? And it was that was very heavy. That was very heavy. But at the same time, Nightcrawler was there to give a lot of inspiration and hope. And I like there's something and that's one thing I say about Cyclops in the Marvel universe. He's such a great leader. I put him second to Captain America, but there was a part before they went to Genosha, he said the people need to see hope. They need to see hope, and I think that was one of the things I love. It was very subtle, but as a comic book fan, that's something I love because Cyclops is he's a leader. He's a leader by heart, and him and Jean with the professor not being there and Magneto, him being gone at the moment, that was something to see Cyclops really step into that role. I love him. I love Cyclops as a character. Yeah, but just, fast forwarding, you see the X-Men, Henry Gyrick, later on, he's taken out. I was like, oh shoot, as well, Rogue, she goes there, she actually goes to his resort, she says, yeah. She's like, she finds him pretty much like in a resort, finds him, interrogates him, whatever. So she's looking for Bolivar Trask. As it goes on, you see, the X-Men, they finally run into Trask. They finally run into him. They're confronting him and about everything. But as they're there, they see a whole bunch of other robots around them. But the technology is way further. And I'm thinking, I already know where they're going with it, with Nimrod and everything like that. So there's a great scene where Rogue, they're interrogating Bolivar Trask. He's about to jump. She grabs him, but then she lets him go. I was like, oh, shoot. I ain't see that coming. It blew my mind. And then Morph said it. He's like, man, is this what we become? Before she even get the words out, boom, it just explodes. He gets back up and, now he's, infused with Sentinel technology. And I'm like, oh, snap, man. It just goes. I mean, man, that fight scene at the end was amazing, man. I mean, the animation was so fluid. And he was just taking them apart. Literally taking them apart one by one. Jean had a really nice, Jean showed up. She did her thing. But like Cyclops said, like, man, he took Rogue out with one punch. We can't hold nothing back. They were just outmatched. They were outmatched. Cyclops was the last one standing. But then you see the grenade come. As soon as it hits him, Trask falls to the ground. I see the boots. I was like, bro, I paused the episode, man, I love this show. I'm like, I love this show. And it was Cable. it was Cable, and as you know, Cable comes to help them out. You know, that's when Jean reads his mind, and yeah, comes to find out he's like, yeah, Dad. You know, he reveals to Cyclops, yeah, you're my father, because that's when the whole thing. You know, now Cyclops knows. So I mean, this episode, man, it was a lot in it. It was a whole lot in it. Towards the end, you see that you know, with Trask falling and everything like that. Now you see that Magneto's still alive, and I think the villain was saying Bastian. I had always had a hard time pronouncing his name, but yeah, he's the one that Mr. Sinister is working for. So I mean, man, there's a lot of what's it webs. It's a lot of things in this episode, man. You gotta take your time and really just enjoy it for what it is. Like I said, it's not really action heavy. It's very strong in the narrative, but at the same time, I think that's one thing about this show that I love is that, man, it takes its time to tell the story. It takes its time to just let the story flesh out, and it's just great. It's absolutely great, man. I thought this was a very good episode. I say 8.5 out of 10. Very good episode. There was a lot of cool little nuggets in there. Another thing I love, again, going back to Morph when they were fighting Bolivar Trask at the end, Morph changed into Quicksilver. And it was just so cool, man. It's little things like that that make you fanboy. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've till to this day, you know, I'm 36. You know, to this day since I was a little kid, man, I've been collecting comic books and action figures, man. That's something that's never going to change until the day, you know, God calls me home. That's what I'm always going to do. So as a fan, you know, there's little moments like that where I fanboy. I'm like, oh snap, you know what I mean? So like, man, this is such a great show, man. Reviews for episodes 8 and 9 are definitely on the way. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. Tell me, what did you love about this episode? You know what I mean? Like I said, it was very heavy, man. There was even a scene in there where Rogue, she finally has a time to grieve for Remy, you know, and it was, you know, for Gambit. And it was heavy. It was heavy. Nightcrawler was there, you know, to, you know, comfort her, and then the X-Men showed up. But, you know, you could tell that Rogue was going through it. But at the same time, I'm interested to see, you know, when Storm comes back, how are they going to react when they see Professor X still alive? That's the one thing that's really hit me. Like, man, how are they going to react when they see him? Yeah, so yeah, please, again, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the comment section. Hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you soon.